So you don't think feminism is a bad word?
Of course not.
No, what?
You know, the charts right now, it's so many like uplifting songs from women. I feel like it's just inspiring for any girl that's out there that wants to be in this industry or anything, and be anything in general. They're like, I can do it too, you know?
Hey, feminism isn't really about, you know, like male bashing, because I think a lot of people in particular kind of take it as like, oh my god, girls hate men, but it's kind of just mainly focused on women loving each other and loving themselves and really encouraging one another as opposed to fighting against each other, because I feel like our voice is definitely stronger when we're united.
I think feminism is, yes, it's mostly like pointing out, you know, the inequality that there is going on in the world, because at the end of the day, like whether males get, you know, a certain sort of priority and women don't, when we work just as hard.
Little Mix versus Fifth Harmony. Who would win?
There's there is no competition.
Definitely for the both of us.
That is literally what we should. One time.
To be exactly like that, girls against girls, but both of us are all about girl power and empowering women to stick up for each other and each other, which is exactly what we intend.
Why is it important that you guys look the way you do and different? Well, I feel like, you know, society and just media in general sort of idealizes women and paints this specific perfection that we're supposed to be. And I think that us, like, when you look at us, you see, like, we have short people, we have tall people, we have skinny people, we have curvy people, we have totally different skin tones and ethnicities, you know. We kind of represent, like, that minority of girls or majority of girls, either way, that, you know, don't have that person to look up to, or, like, look in a magazine and see the size 2 model that they know they'll never look like that, you know what I mean? So we try to like represent, you know, ourselves as embracing ourselves as we are and trying to be that for those girls who don't have that representation in the media. There it is.
Sorry, I said that very quickly. How important is it for you girls to like promote girl power and positivity and confidence?
It's so. Do you want to take it? I'm trying. It's so important to us. It's definitely the main thing that we stand for, I think, as a group, is, you know, just showing women that we're 5 completely different people who came from completely different places, and we are supporting each other, and we have to band together in order to get to our common goal, you know what I mean? And I think it's so important, and we think it's so important to let girls know that they're so much stronger together. And the comparison and the tearing each other down, it's not going to do any good for anyone.
Nope.
And there's room for multiple people to be great, you know what I mean? You don't have to compare yourself, and just because someone else is great doesn't mean that you can't be as well.
Yeah, society kind of always tries to pin women against each other, you know, and making it a competition between, you know, who's hot and who's not, and who has the best body, and who does this and who does that. And I think that establishing that self-love, which is something that we talk about a lot, is confidence, makes it easier for you to walk into a room and not have to compare yourself to the other woman in the room.
No, exactly.
And cheer her on when she's killing it, and her to do the same thing to you.
I think girl power, the more girl power, the better.
That's right.
I think for us, our message is just unity between women. For us, that's where it all started. When we first got on X Factor, it was nothing but negativity and just a lot of people, just a lot of peer pressure, especially at a young age. So growth has happened a lot, and on social media, like you said, there's nothing but arguments that happen between girls, like girls bashing other girls. So through our music, we try to share a message of unity and try to bring women together. I think that's what it's been.
To me, girl power definitely means all girls from any area of the world, any size, any ethnicity, any age, coming together and kind of just dominating the world and showing the boys what we got and what we're capable of.
And being proud to
be women. Especially, and I think supporting each other. I think that's definitely a beautiful thing, because nowadays it's kind of like girls are kind of just like jealous of what
that's
the next girl.
But it shouldn't be that way.
It shouldn't be that way. I feel like we're more powerful when we stand together as opposed to just one voice.
100%. And we on each other's
Instead of
team.
going against each other.
Yep.
We all should inspire one another and encourage.
Yep. Nice. Who knows what we could do together?
A common stereotype is that a woman needs a man in order to be successful, or that, you know, for some reason the man has to bring the bread home, and that the woman should just stay home. That was an old, serious thing back then. But basically, the song is about a woman making her own success, and that's what it says. In the pre-chorus, it says, "You say that you a baller, and I see you trying to holler, but that ain't how I was brought up." Next, "Working for the money, because that's what my mama taught me, so you better show me some respect." And so I like that line, because it's like, we can hold our own.
We don't need you.
I like you, but I don't need you.
All means go for it.
Yeah,
Like,
so if somebody in your crew were to act a fool and hoe it up a little, would anybody here call them out?
I mean, I think that it is I mean, if you're a
our
homo,
decision because that's how we feel comfortable expressing ourselves.
Okay.
But I feel like we as women aren't in a position to be telling other women what to do and what to not do.
Okay.
And I feel like that's
completely
something that
agree.
we stand for as women and standing together.
100% agreed.
Why is girl empowerment so important for you as a group to sort of express?
Especially now, the top 10 and in social media, there's this whole kind of feminist movement going on, which we want to be a part of because it's really important to be like, go girls, go women.
Oh, somebody was talking about the Boss music video, sneak peeks or whatever, and how it's obviously more, I don't know, there was some controversy about our outfits and how we were dressed and stuff on the Boss music video, which, I don't know, I think part of the whole stand that we're making with this thing that we're calling women empowerment is the fact that, you know, this society has a lot to say on what makes a woman, what should make a woman feel good and what doesn't look good and what does look good, and they think that they have a right to tell us as women what should make us feel confident in our own bodies, and whether that is, you know, being covered up and wearing a long sleeve sweater or, you know, showing a body part that maybe you would like to show off. At the end of the day, we're the only ones that are entitled to our bodies, and you're allowed to wear whatever makes you feel good and whatever makes you feel confident, and that made us feel confident in the video. We're not encouraging for anybody to dress like that or to dress in a certain way. We're encouraging all women to dress how they would like to dress and how they would like in order to feel confident and in order to feel good, because at the end of the day we're the only ones that should be making that call, and whether or not somebody sexualizes you for wearing an outfit, that's their problem and not yours, I think. And yeah, I mean, I think there's this whole movement dedicated to that now, the feminist movement of women wearing what they want to wear for them and not for anybody else, and whatever your judgment is on that, it's not up to you, girls. We gotta stand firm on that. So I don't know, that's just that's what we believe, and I don't mean any disrespect to anybody else's opinion.
Message for our album, we try to portray the message of like girls joining together, because I feel like at this moment, like at this time, like this
In society.
yeah, in society, girls just like hate on each other instead of like
So sad.
uniting, you know what I mean? And so I feel like in our album, that's what we try to portray. And
Well said.
Heck yeah, DJ.
The number one thing that we try to promote is to be who you are and to love who you are, no matter what that means. You know what I mean? And we support that in every sort of aspect of the of that meaning. You know what I mean? So it's like I literally get chills thinking about like helping people become who they are. It's such an incredible feeling.
be happy with who they are,
Yeah.
and just love themselves.
And be confident and just love.
Yeah.
That's what this world is about. Acceptance, love.
I feel like the fact that we're able to inspire people with also doing what we love is just absolutely incredible. Like you said, we went into X Factor. We didn't even know each other. We didn't even know what we would become. But to be able to have, you know, the platform that we do have, we want to just use it for the better and really help change the world for good.
Hey,
such a
man.
validating
Affect somebody's
feeling.
life that much, because, you know, the fact that we're openly talking about it is going to make somebody else that is insecure about it or, you know, fearful of transitioning be like, hey, you know, there are people out there that are, you know, supporting me and accepting me. So I think that's a really important message to share, because sometimes people are, you know, unfortunately they don't have that kind of support at home or from their friends or people that they know, so they feel like they can't be who they are. So it's kind of like, hey, you can. There are people out there that are open to it and that want you to love yourself.
I think honestly we all dress the way we feel comfortable dressing, and I feel like that's probably more important than whether you're showing tits and ass or not. Like if that's what you need to wear or what you need to do to feel confident with yourself, then by all means go for it.
So in media all over in general sort of glorify the ideal woman and what they're supposed to look like, and I think that we completely break that barrier. None of us look like a typical girl would look. We're different sizes, shapes, heights, different colors, different backgrounds. There are a lot of girls out there who don't have that representation and don't feel like they have someone out there that they can relate to. It's cool that we get to provide that for someone, and we get to like be somebody's backbone.
Why do you think feminism is awesome and important?
Well, feminism is definitely important just as a concept because, well, it's by definition the political and economic and social equality of the sexes. So just that's really what it is, and that we promote that 100%, you know, women being powerful and being strong and being able to be successful in whatever sort of division that they want to be successful. And also a huge part of it, I think, is the coming together of women and supporting each other and not breaking each other down, and kind of sending out that message and making sure that women know that doing this together is gonna be so much more efficient than trying to tear each other down.
Yep, absolutely.
Amen.